the secret to creating what you want, we're actually going to go within. And so a part of you already is going to have resistance to this. That same part of you is the part of you that is keeping you from actually creating what you want. So stick through in this video and watch the entire thing, because what we discuss here is going to help reveal to you the answers that you have been looking for. Okay? So close your eyes. And I'm just going to kind of guide you through, certain things. And then we're going to come back and really talk about what the meaning of it was and the significance of it in helping you create the reality, the life that you truly want to live. So close your eyes and really tune in to your experience right now. And what I mean by that is I want you to actually pay attention to what the immediate experience becomes when you close your eyes. And, right now the world is tuned out. So what is your experience, right? What comes to your attention? What is usually the first thing that comes to your attention? Is it perhaps an event that is occurring recently, like today maybe? Maybe something that you're looking forward to, right? Is it thoughts? Or sometimes maybe, there's like an intense feeling in the body that you may be ignoring before when you were just on autopilot living. But when now that you've closed your eyes, you actually feel it a little bit more intensely. You're actually tuning into, oh wow, my stomach kind of feels weird. Or like there's like this ache in my shoulder or my back. So I want you to tune into your experience right now. And really understand, acknowledge what it is right now. Now quickly, take a second to acknowledge what is doing the acknowledging. Don't get confused. Something's going to offer resistance to that. But right now, there's, you're being aware of, maybe certain sensations in your body, right? Or certain thoughts that you're thinking of. Now I'm just asking you quickly to, instead of focusing on the thoughts or the emotions, quickly become aware of what it is that is being aware of something, of those thoughts, of those emotions. What is it that is shining its light on those thoughts or emotions through which you are perceiving them? No? Instead of attention going out onto those thoughts and emotions or those feelings, become aware of from where is this attention coming or awareness coming. And just take a second to acknowledge that awareness is here, right? Something is aware of those thoughts, those emotions. We often get so consumed by what we are perceiving that we completely neglect and forget that there is a perceiver of those perceptions, an experiencer of those experiences. And by the way, just keep your eyes closed. Don't worry, I'm not looking at you. Even in conventional meditation, right? Where you are constantly told to focus on something, focus on the breath, or focus on the sound in, like the meditation track you're playing or whatever. It is object focused, where we are focused on something. We're perceiving something. What I'm asking you to do right here is become aware of what is doing the perceiving, from where you are perceiving. Become aware of the awareness that is being shined or shown on these thoughts, emotions, or feelings. And don't wait to do it right now. Quickly and quiet, and don't think about it either, just do it. Don't think about it, but Sunny, no, I don't want to hear any buts. I don't want to hear any, but what do you mean? Like, what does this mean? No, just let go of all that for a second. Even those are thoughts. What is it that is aware of them? Don't just be so quick to speak your excuses, speak your resistances. Instead, simply allow them to come up and then inquire, what is it that is aware of even those resistances? Allow yourself to truly rest, right? Like right now, just rest everything. There's nothing to do right now. There's nothing to create or achieve right now. The only thing you have to do right now is to just acknowledge what is doing the acknowledging. Acknowledge the awareness, which is lighting up these thoughts, these emotions. Even the one that is aware of my voice, become aware of that. So you could open your eyes if you like right now. And let's talk about the significance of not just this exercise, but actually what it allows you to do. Throughout your life, ever since you were born, the moment you were born, ever since you were born, till now, you have been trained, you have been conditioned to always focus on objects. You have known nothing other in your waking life, right? Nothing other than focusing on objects. All your life, you have known nothing other than, like, you didn't even know a possibility existed other than being focused on by objects. And I don't just mean objects in the seemingly external world. I also mean objects including your thoughts and emotions. I see the tree. I am the subject. Tree is the object. My thought. I is the subject. Thought is the object. So you're always focusing on something. Your attention is always going out. Right? Even if you close your eyes, right? Like your attention is technically still going out onto those thoughts, onto those emotions. I still call that outward attention. It's a step better than, just focusing on the outside, all these ads and all this media and all these external circumstances. It's a step better than that, closing your eyes and focusing within. But still, it's outward turned attention. And so we live consumed. We live in a state completely consumed by perceptions, by thoughts, by things, by circumstances. So we live in a state completely engulfed in what we are perceiving. And, all this outward turned attention is primarily the cause of everybody today not knowing what they want to do, not knowing what fulfills them, right? Not knowing how to create their goals and dreams, not knowing how to make enough money, not knowing how to make their goals happen, right? How to create them, like how to find the means to their goals and so on and so forth. Or even like on a very create your own reality basis, a lot of people always ask, like, what action should I take? Like, how do I know what action to achieve my goal? So all of these questions, the reason we don't have an answer to these things is because our attention is constantly going out and being engulfed in something constantly throughout our waking experience. Even in meditation, even in conventional meditation, your attention is on something. And again, it's not bad. It's still a step better than being engulfed in the external experience. Whereas even in meditation, when you have your eyes closed and you're focusing on something, it's outward turned attention still. It's a little better, but still. Now, why did I have you do that exercise and what's the significance of it? even for a second in that exercise, if you were to be able to if you were able to perceive the one that is doing the perceiving, when I asked you to do that, what actually happened, right? All your life, attention going outside, even onto thoughts and emotions. Now what I asked you to do is like, okay, instead of just living like this, thinking this is the only way to go, this is the only way to live, I asked you to turn that attention around and come back and see what is the source of this attention, of this awareness. So it's almost like the flashlight that is lighting up all these things. Now the light is turning back on to the flashlight and saying, oh, that's the source of this light. And that's what I call going within. That's what all teachers call going within. That's true definition. That's the true definition of going within. Because even conventional meditation is somewhat outward turned attention. The only real meditation or going within is you becoming aware of what is being aware. Being aware of awareness itself. Before you were always aware of something, now you're becoming aware of what is being aware of something. Again, pause your mental resistances. I don't care to listen to them right now. Don't even entertain them right now. You have the same attitude that I do to your mental resistances. Don't entertain them. If you have a thought like, oh my God, that's so confusing what Sunny just said, let go. Stop engaging that thought. Stop giving that life energy. Stop viewing life through it, because that will become your experience otherwise. For now, I'm just asking you to just listen and see what I'm pointing to, because something in you already recognizes that, already understands this. So allow it to sink past through that big, thick mental filter that you have right now, because that filter is what is keeping you from understanding. So this is the true definition of going within, becoming aware of awareness itself. Inquiring what is the perceiver of all of this, of all of my perceptions. And the reason it is so significant, and the reason it is the secret to creating what you want in this life, is because the more you do this, the more powerful you will become. The more you will go from ego referral to self-referral. From mind identification, same thing, to recognizing your true position as the controller of mind, as the source of mind, as the source of world even. So that's on a very deeper level, right? Which is already going to happen spontaneously as you do this exercise. It's not something you have to do. You just do the exercise and this already gets done in the first place, like as you do it. But on a very practical level, the questions you constantly ask yourself on this process about, oh, how much action should I take? How do I know which action to take? How I want, all of this, how can I make those goals happen? How can I find the means to my goal? How can I make enough money to make my goal happen? How do I know my purpose? How can I find my life's purpose, my passion? All of these questions, right? Like sorry, I got more questions to add on, right? Like, how do I behave in this situation? What do I say to this person when this happens? Or how do I deal with my emotions when this happens? How do I not react to negative circumstances on the way when they happen? There's probably a ton more. But all of these questions begin to answer themselves when you go within. And right now your logical mind is going to be like, how is that possible? It doesn't make sense. Right? But only through experience you will learn to see that silence within, when you actually are perceiving the perceiver itself and just being in that space of no mind, simply awareness, being aware of awareness. That true going within, when you are in your true position, recognizing and stabilizing yourself in your true position, perceiving from your true position. In that silence, right? That space, that silence is wiser than any book you can ever read, any video you can ever watch. Because it not only knows all the answers and will relay all those answers to you on a very conscious level, right, as you go through life, but also it will point to you the direct experience of all that you read in these books or these videos that you watch. Because what I'm telling you in this video is I'm just pointing. Words are just pointers. Again, I could tell you all about clapping. I could say clapping is when you put your hands together and you hit them together and it makes a nice noise and it lets the other person know they've done a good job. Clapping is, I could talk for hours about clapping and I could point you towards the experience of clapping, but you will never know what clapping actually is until you, just like that. Books, movies, videos, seminars can all point you towards the truth. But they are no good if you don't actually see what they're pointing to. And that's the entire spiritual community, really. That's like 90% of the spiritual community and the create your own reality community. They get lost in the words. They get lost in the pointers because the pointers feel good, right? They give us hope and everything. And it's all intellectual knowledge. And that's great if that gives you a little bit of relief. But at some level, it's actually going to cause frustration because you're not actually going towards what they're pointing to. You're getting just attached to the teachings themselves. So even a lot of viewers of this channel are attached to Neville's teachings or reality transurfing teachings or Abraham's teachings or whatever, or even this channel's teachings. Whereas teachings are just pointers. Scriptures, everything, they're just pointers. You have to go towards what they're pointing to. And they're all pointing to that inward experience of yourself as that one powerful source of all that is. And so in that silence, it is true experiencing. And through that silence, you will also create like that experience externally. You will also begin to experience these teachings work for you on an external level in a very spontaneous, natural way, rather than having to force these things into existence. And so quite literally, it is the key to creating the life you truly want to live. It is quite literally the secret to creating what you want. And so that's why I wanted to orchestrate that little exercise in the beginning of this video to show you directly, to perhaps point you towards something you had never even considered. Because sure, you can watch this video and say, oh, Sunny, that stuff is too advanced for me. I'm not there yet. But I will ask you again, who is that speaking? Right? What says that? Is that not the same mind, that filter of mind, the resistance that is holding you back from actually just experiencing? And are you so quick to speak that? Are you so quick to claim that thought and make it your experience? Or are you willing to simply be in your true position and inquire even this thought that comes up so powerfully and says, oh, this is too advanced for me, or it's not possible? So don't be your own obstacle, own greatest obstacle. Learn to recognize the teaching and simply just see what it's pointing to. Experience exactly right here in the now, not like 10 minutes later, not like, oh, later when I'm home. When you're watching these sorts of videos, right? Experience what is being told. Practice right then and there what is being said. Because again, you will never know clapping until you just clap for yourself. So this is the secret to creating what you want. Going within rather than going without always, right? Attention on external, great, no, yeah, that's how we live life and everything. But if you don't take the time to go within, then you will always struggle to create what you want. You will always struggle because you will stay at the level of ego referral, mind identification. And all those questions will be very they will elude you, right? What action do I take? How do I move forward? Things like that. Okay, whereas when you go within, all of that stuff starts to take care of itself. That wisdom starts to be bestowed upon you naturally. If you want to learn this process in depth, I'm starting new enrollments for my program really soon. I was taking a break recently, wanted to really improve my program and, incorporate a lot of good stuff, like a lot of this stuff into the program. So I'm doing new enrollments soon. If you'd like to book a consultation to see if that's the right fit for you, if that program is right for you in your current situation, and if we are the right fit to work together, book that with the link in the description box below, okay? It's the Accelerated Reality Program, and where we actually work more closely together, and I guide you through this shift, how to create the life you truly want to live from a higher consciousness mindset. So make sure to check that out if you haven't already. But other than that, practice this because it is very well the starting point for you, and it will, help you deepen this. But I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give me a thumbs up and subscribe to this channel for more videos like this. I will see you in the next video.